Okay, we are recording. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's community meeting of Project Harbor. As such, we are following the code of conduct of CNCF, so please be nice to each other. I'm gonna share into the chat our community meeting notes. Where's the chat of this one? Yeah, for those of you who don't know me, because I can see some new names on the chat. My name is Olin Philip. But I'm just holding the account for the project, so we can record and then later on post into publicly available, make that video publicly available for everyone in YouTube. So if you feel like it, please open the community meetings and GitHub and add yourself, your affiliation, and add your topics. With that, I think we had only one topic added for now. Robotic can possible permissions are too limited. Who wants to take this one? Should I share or Vadim? We cannot hear you.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we can take up first the updates and notes regarding the update regarding the 2.11 release and
Yeah,
also
okay, that just
KubeCon.
popped up. Yeah.
And then we can dive into the topic of
Sure thing.
discussions.
Okay. In that case, Jolin, do you want to take that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think 2011 RC1 was out on May 17th, and we have tested a lot of around this RC build and found a little more issues. So we are still working on those issues, trying to prepare the RC2. We will see, because today we found yesterday and today we found some new issues. So I'm not sure whether we can hit the RC2 by this week. If we can't, probably we will make RC2 out next week. So again, I would like to ask the community also try the RC1, I mean 2011 RC1 build to test the new features around the spawn. So and give us some feedback.
Yeah, I did it yesterday. I did try yesterday the new release, but have not tested in all details. I'll just install it.
Yeah. So if you have more a little more time, you can play around the new feature spawn.
Yeah, I'll do this.
Yeah.
And if you need help with the translation, and I'm not sure, like the documentation and documentation and translation, we need also people for translation of the RC or 2.11. And if you need help from me from the documentation to review documentation and I'm not sure if this is the one that we had already. Is it done now or not?
Yeah, I think we have a. I mean, Senwen have already submitted PR about the documentation for the spawn. So I have seen you guys have already done some collaboration on the PR. So that's very good for us. Yeah.
The PR have already merged. Yes.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Okay, so that's from my side for the release update.
Okay.
Do we sorry, Vadim. Do we want some publicly announcements of the RC1? Or like, hey, by the way, we have the RC1 tested out, provide feedback or something like that?
Maybe on social media, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll prep. Okay, I'll prep the tweet and the email. So okay.
Yeah. And also maybe at in the community newsletter, not newsletter, how it's called, the community not newsletter, what is it, like the mailing list, yeah.
Yeah, the mailing list. Yeah. That's the two places that we make something public. So yeah.
Okay.
And the next one was KubeCon, right? I spoke today with Jolene that Jan submitted the maintenance track for Hong Kong. And I'm chatting on the background with Minor. Is she? Oh, Minor is here, yeah. About the Lightning talk, because we have 2 more days to submit for Hong Kong. Any update on that? Do you need our help, Minor and Jolene?
Yeah, Olin, I can't find any submit guidance on the Hong Kong KubeCon page. I don't know if you have any ideas that what should I submit before the May 31st? Yeah, is that a slides or just an intro?
No, it's just the intro. It's just the title. I can send you a link if you don't have it. But it's just a simple submission about the title, the abstract, who's going to speak. I can submit that for you, but it doesn't make sense because I won't be there at all. So it's better if you run that communication. But I've already submitted the interest in such stuff. It's, I don't know, it's super strange, but we have to once submit that we're interested to have Lightning talk, and then we have to submit the Lightning talk. So whatever. But but I'll send you a link, and it's super easy. And once it's approved, it should be automatically approved because we're a graduated project. But if you're gonna have some slides, if you're gonna have slide decks, normally you should provide it. Okay, you should provide them and upload them to your session prior the conference. So yeah.
Okay, so I would submit the slides after I submit the intro.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Got it.
And for
Thanks.
the actual submission, you need it's very simple. I'll send a link and we can discuss that offline if you want, or I can share that right now. Give me a second to find.
Yeah. Thanks for your help.
Yeah. C9. What is that? Okay. If I can share just for a sec.
Actually, it's no hurry if you can share it offline. If
No,
you
I just want to make sure we have it all. I hope you can see that.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, submission types, Lightning talks, and that's not here. That should be for project opportunities, and yeah. So you have the session name, the description. It's super simplified. Yeah, it's not the same as the regular ones. So it's very and you have some additional notes if you have something to add for the reviewers, and that's it. I mean, regular submissions, they have abstracts, they have benefits to the ecosystem, and you name it, tons of other stuff. But this one is very simplified. So practically
it's
for the actual submission,
than...
you need description and the name. So that's it.
Okay. Great. I didn't get into this page, so
I'll send you a link now.
Right. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome.
Okay,
So
thanks.
by the way, for the Lightning talk, does it require a harbor maintainer to submit it, or anyone can submit it?
Good question. It should be someone from the team. And Minor, I'm not sure if you're official maintainer or
we can figure
just
out
contributor.
a plan to. I think currently Melon is not in the official maintainer name list in the Harbor project. I think we can figure out who can help to submit.
But if Miner, if you cannot submit that, I can help you out, and I can submit that for you. You as the main speaker, and we'll be fine. But it should be okay.
I'll have a try. If I cannot submit it, I'll ask Yan or you to help me.
Yep.
I can help. Yeah, don't worry.
Thanks, Ollie.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, next thing. What we have?
Wait a second.
Mm.
I have, if you refresh.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about this one. Yeah.
I want to give some updates regarding the LFX mentorship program. So we have now ended the term 1. So I think tomorrow is going to be the last day of the term 1, and we're happy that we have the term 2 starting in June, end of June, and we have already quite seems like we have quite a few interests of people in the Harbor CLI. Unfortunately, I cannot access the mentorship program board for now because there seems to be a problem, and I'm not. I don't see the mentees, and I cannot do anything there. But the LFX people are working on that, and we have already some, well, let's say some interest from the community in the Harbor CLI, and we have already, kind of a 36 contributions from various people trying to improve the Harbor CLI, which is great news. And yeah, it looks quite well. And I'm asked one of the mentees to present the Harbor CLI in the next community meeting. So he will join next in 2 weeks and present his progress and his work. So this then allows everyone in the community to see how the Harbor CLI works and what can be achieved with the Harbor CLI. So currently there's some, we can list view projects, you can delete things. So it's not yet full, it doesn't have that many features, but we have now the base structure and the foundation. And from here we can extend functionality and add more features to that. So in the next 2 weeks, I'll ask the mentee to make a presentation to you, and then you will see the Harbor CLI live. So this is this, and then the other topic is the Harbor satellite. This is also making progress. Let me just quickly share.
Let me stop first. Yep. Go ahead.
So the Harbor satellite project has already a core functionality working, which means that you can spin up a satellite, and the satellite has embedded registry, and this embedded satellite is able to fetch a static list of images and replicates the static list of images from the remote registry into the local registry. So one part of the satellite is working, and we're looking now for the second term mentee to continue working. And we spent, let's say, quite a bit of time on the architecture in the sessions, designing the different use cases, identifying what are the typical use cases for the satellite in terms of architecture, and also from the workflows, and also the operational side. And yeah, so now it's terms is like trying to get the first proof of concept working, and then we can also look on the Harbor side, because currently this is more of a bit of independent from Harbor, the current workflow. Yeah, and this is like the progress, and Roald did a great job, and he's publishing his his bachelor thesis about Harbor satellite, and we will get to see the results of his thesis and also his code contributions. So I'm very happy that we have now made some progress on those two projects. And yeah, I'm looking forward for the term 2, as we have already quite a few. Well, I guess I don't have access yet because I don't know, as you can see, I don't see anything here. And this seems to be a problem. But we will have the quite a few applications for the second term of the Menti program, and I'm looking for that. And hopefully we'll get more progress on both of the projects. Okay, yeah, so this is then from my side regarding LFX. What are your questions?
Thank you. I think Mohit is having some questions.
Hi, Vadim. Hi, Alex. So I was asking that is it compulsory to to be a previous contributor in order to be selected for the LFX mentorship?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Actually, the program aims for fresh contributors and students and interns rather than seasoned contributors to the project.
Exactly.
That makes sense. And also, will there be any interviews or would there be direct selection for that?
It depends. There will be definitely some interviews. Yeah, there will definitely some interviews, but it depends, of course, on the amount of applicants. And I don't think we can do an interview with everyone. So it's going to be a pre-selection, and then there's going to be some interviews based on this pre-selection.
Okay.
Just for idea, last time we had around 75 applicants. Correct me if I'm wrong, for all projects. So if we do an interview with each and every one, 15 minutes, that would take ages and it won't be productive at all.
Yeah.
So we did the pre-selection, and then once we narrowed down to few applicants, then we talk with them and
Yes.
so I think we'll follow pretty much the same process here. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so this is the news from the LFX. Other topics, yeah, so if they have questions, then yeah.
No.
That's it. But yeah.
Okay. Okay, we have some discussion added about robot accounts. Possible permissions are too limited. Not sure who added that thing.
I think this comes from Florian.
Florian, yes.
But he's not here today. And
Yeah,
Maxime?
he's not here. It's
Yeah.
Maxime. I work in the same team than Florian at SNCF.
Right.
So we added this discussion because we have an issue today with Arbor. We have two instances, and on the first instance, we would like to copy some robo accounts from the first to the second. So we created a script to do this. And the only way to do this today is to use the admin account, because robo accounts cannot have the possibility, the permission to list robo accounts or to create robo accounts. So I think we are not the only one to have this issue because of the comments on the issue. So I would like to know if it's in the roadmap to have sort of permission on system users or robo account users to deal with robo accounts.
Yeah, so this seems to be a common case, and to be honest, I understand that it makes sense to have a robot account that can create and hand out other robot accounts. Yeah, So the question is like, can we implement such a functionality, or should we? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it makes sense to have such a functionality, because robot accounts should be used instead of admin accounts where possible. And yeah. I mean,
yeah, we have received a lot of tickets from community regarding the limited scope of RubberCon. And so currently, from a security perspective, we limited some of resources for the RubberCon to have an operation, like a RubberCon cannot create another one, or the RubberCon cannot operate the quota or double collection, etc. Yeah, we are seeing a lot of issues reported from the community, so that's why I added the candidate for next release. So for anyone who has concern on these issues, you can continue adding the comments to this ticket to this GitHub issue, and I'm monitoring the your ideas, and we probably could do something in the next release. Like we could have some configuration for system admin to let him to decide whether the RubberCon have more scope than the limited one. So yeah, and I will continue to publish the proposal implementation process to the community. So it's just join the community meeting to know the details.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, so it's marked as a candidate. Okay, that's good.
Thank you.
And in terms of robot accounts, so I'm currently looking, which is falls into the same direction. And since Kubernetes 130, there is this possibility which is called credential Kubernetes. Let me just look this Kubernetes credential plugin, right? It's a Kubernetes credential provider. A kubelet image credential provider. Man, that's a complicated word. Let me just share it with you. And this falls into the same thing. Well, let me just quickly share. And this is like a bit of an idea and brainstorming currently that I'm looking into. But it would be definitely usable with the Harbor. So with the kubelet image credential provider, right? This is, for example, how ACR, ECR, and GCR, and all the cloud provider Kubernetes distribution are able to access the cloud provider's container registry, and they're using all the kubelet image credential provider capabilities. So this means that there is a credential provider, which is basically a simple CLI that is installed on the node, and it has a configuration, and it has a configuration and config dir and a bin dir, and it's basically the configuration has like a definition what images should should use this credential provider, or what images or domains should use this credential provider, and this allows you to access images or pulling images in your Kubernetes cluster from the registry without needing credentials, because the credential provider takes care of it. And this can be done in Harbor with a short-lived token, and the short-lived token will then be probably something like a one-day robot account or something, or a robot account that have a kind of a short-lived token that is refreshed or renewed or something. And this can be implemented in a way with Harbor that allows passwordless or secretless access of images in Harbor from a Kubernetes cluster. And this whole thing can be then installed in a kubelet. It can be done inside or outside, and this is a functionality. I think it's stable since 1.26, and it would be interesting to explore such an capability for Harbor as well. And there is already some some base code online. I looked a bit of on GitHub to find some examples. There is also different solutions out there. This one is one, and there is also from Oracle one, from the dynamic credential provider, from Mesos, and there's some generic. I have to look it up, but there are some. So I just wanted to share with you this information, that this might be something to that we could add to Harbor.
Do you think that require a lot of effort, or?
No, I mean, there is already a.
By the way, you're sharing the whole screen.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's all right. Okay.
So the effort to implement is more outside of Harbor. So the only thing that we need to do in Harbor is to figure out how we can have a short-lived robot account, maybe a robot account that is less than 1 day, right? Maybe less than 1 day, and how to refresh a robot account that it was expired. I can maybe have some system-wide robot account that can create other robot accounts that are short-lived, and when they're expire, they get removed automatically, cleaned out automatically from Harbor. So this is one option. Or we have one robot account that gets the token expired, and then we have another robot account that refreshes this token whenever it needed. Right. So when in case this token leaks, or the robot account pool token leaks, it is only leaking for a few hours, and the other robot account that refreshes the token is not accessible for the users in the cluster. Just the admin has access to that one. So yeah, this is something that might be to investigate, and I don't think it's much effort on the Harbor side, because there is let's say there are already some kubelet credential providers. Also generic ones that we can use and adopt in the open source.
Good.
Yeah. So this, if you have if you think it's a
Anyone
good
else?
idea, let me know, or
Yeah.
we can investigate this further.
Hi, Vadim. I have a question here. When talking about the tokens, that like basic secrets like username, password, or a specific token type you're talking about?
No, I'm talking here about a robot account credential, like so a robot account token or password.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, and and there is in the credential provider, there is a configuration how you want to configure the token, right? So if it's a read-only token or maybe a read-write token, depending on your setup, because sometimes you want to run your pipeline there, right? And if you want to run the pipeline, you can define the token as to be a read-write token, and this read-write token will allow to push images to the registry, and then you can also define kind of maybe a namespace project mapping, right? So you can enforce the mapping and say like only projects namespaces will have a namespace in Harbor and things like this. You can do this with the provider on the configuration level, right? So the admin can define the rules under which the provider should operate, and this can be more generic or more widely open, right? So like, for example, that everyone can pull images from the registry, or you can say like really restricted, like only the matching projects and project namespaces should be able to pull images, or that matching projects namespaces should be able to push and pull images depending on the user or the administrator configuration, which is happening on via config file.
Yeah.
And this is a
yeah,
bit of
thanks.
similar to our CRD, but a bit differently.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So from my
Alright.
side, this is regarding the qubit provider.
Okay. I think we don't have anything else in the agenda for today. I can see some new names in the list. Especially, I want to introduce Robert Illing. Robert, are you with us?
Yeah, sure am.
Yeah. Okay. So very brief. Robert contacted me a while ago. He's from Mirantis, and he's the product manager for the Mirantis security registry. So, Robert, do you want to share some words with us? Is that okay for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Mirantis's foundation is in OpenStack, and then 2019 we acquired Docker Enterprise and started expanding into cloud native. And we work closely with Docker, since that acquisition, and we work closely with them on the Moby release, and we have a product offering around it. So we are maintainer status, and we maintain some long-term support branches. So recently within Mirantis, we've been looking to see how we can sort of reinvigorate our not only cloud native, but just our focus on open source and our contributions to CNCF. And within that journey, we were looking at where we could look at some of our other products that might fit within the broader CNCF ecosystem. And our container registry was built on the CNCF distribution. And we're going to move it over to Harbor here. So all that was just to kind of give some background of where we're going as a company. But we think by being able to move our secure registry over to the Harbor platform, it'll give us the ability to align better with CNCF and bigger upstream initiatives. And we also do have a bench of developers that we'd like to be able to see how we can contribute to Harbor and have a similar story that we have with Docker and how we're able to have maintainer status and contribute upstream changes and build a relationship.
Thank you, Robert, and welcome to the club.
Yeah,
Super excited
thanks for
to
having
see
me.
what will come from your side, folks. Okay.
Yeah,
I think-
we're looking to actually to get a couple customers on Harbor just for kind of a learning experience for ourselves. We had a few that were interested in looking at it, so we're trying to start off that journey right away. And then as what else we're working on is some upgrade, kind of an improved upgrade path for our current registry product to be able to upgrade to Harbor for customers. So as that matures, we definitely like to see how we can align more and more with the team here.
Nice.
Yeah,
Right.
thanks for having
Thank
me.
you. Yeah, super happy to have you on board. Or we will have you on board officially whenever.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I can see some other names which I'm not sure I've seen before. Anyone else wants to introduce themselves or? Okay. Yeah, I just allow myself to introduce Robert because we've spoken so many times already. For the rest, I'll leave the floor open another minute if you want to say something. If not, I think that's everything that we had for today. Oh,
I can introduce
yeah.
myself.
Hi, welcome.
Hi. So I am Mohit and I'm an undergraduate at from India, and I've been working on some Bitcoin open source projects since 2 years. And like how I got into CNCF is like I was very much interested in how the containers and Kubernetes work. So basically, when I researched about it, so I got into the rabbit hole of exploring all the projects which are maintained by CNCF. So I'm interested like in Harbor CLI especially because like I have already worked on a CLI tool that is used by thousands of people. So I wrote an application for it. I wrote a mail also for to you guys, but I thought I think it got into your spam.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Okay, if nobody else wants to say anything about themselves, I think we are good to close for today and have around 20 minutes back. And talk to you in 2 weeks' time.
Thank you, everyone.
Once again,
Bye
thank
bye.
you for joining. Bye, and yeah, talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you very
Bye.
much. Bye.